We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hello. How's everybody doing out there? YDBT Daily coming at you. Today we're going to talk about Ford. It's almost like a never-ending thing. We've talked about their warranty issues. We've talked about their financial issues. But now we're going to talk about a commercial where it says a truck or an Explorer made for men only. And I thought that was interesting. I kind of saw the commercial and I was like, no big deal. I'm not really going to stress it. But then I actually heard the commercial on show prep and I was blown away as to the stupidity. So I have some facts to back up their claims that without women, International Women's Day. Okay, then when the fuck is Men's Day? Oh, it's every other day. Shut the fuck up. So we'll talk about what they deemed to be a men-only car or truck. Basically kind of making fun of the fact that, without women, you wouldn't have these parts on the car. But before we do that, as always, before we say hi to the people, we're going to say hi and thank you to all of the sponsors that keep the disco ball rolling. That's right, the disco ball is rolling. We got DNA High Performance, DNAHighPerformance.com. Thank you very much for being a great sponsor. They got me hooked up on the nice. I'll let you guys know. It's like a 6-week build time what I got from them. Ultimate Header, ultimateheader.com. Jim Browning and the guys over there making badass headers. Hopefully they make some for C6 ZR1s. I'll be in. Calimer Transmission. Calimer finally got himself a bunch of cores. Good for him. He's going to get after it and build all the stage 3s all day, every day. Rami's Idon 2 Auto Solutions. I think he's supposed to be sending me the ported blower and the snout and throttle body, but we'll see when that gets here, and I'll try to get that on the Corvette, get it tuned, and we'll see if we can make big boy power on pump gas. Because it's low compression. PMAS, we're going to be getting 2 giveaways. We're going to do a $50 giveaway eventually and cold air giveaways next week sometime. I'm going to hit them up and say, give me that. Give me those things coming, and then I'll do the giveaway. Partsfarm.com. I'm probably going to be hitting them up for a bunch of clutch parts for the GT500 because now I got a clutch thanks to Bondlebird. That's right, Bondlebird. Hooking a brother up with a clutch, a spec stage 5. Again, just something to break it in and do my thing. And then we got Domega Cookies, Domega Cookies _LLC. I got some cookies in the background here. I want to show you what the deal is. What I did was, usually after they make a batch, they have a bunch left over. And I was like, hit them up. And I'm like, hey, let me get the rest of them. And what I do is I give them away. So if someone locally likes them, they can then just re-up. So most of these are going to go to Power by the Hour and stuff like that. So I bought a bunch of the YDBTs, Nothing Better, of Cupid, and a couple of Oreos, I think. So I ended up buying their remaining cookies on the bat so they wouldn't have to mess with them. Let's say hi to the people here and we'll get after it talking about Women's Day. Get the fuck out of here. TJ Sikorsky, Pito Chiquito, Douche Did It, The Wolf, Andy Ali, RoboStyle, Deceptives, Garage, Bryson Whip, Agent Orange, Chris Anderson, Bondlebird, the guy that got me the clutch. Thank you very much. And he said, look, Alex, you got me to mod nats. So the least I could do is get you a clutch, at least to break the engine in and just to see if you even like it. Sounds good. I appreciate that very much. Monty Rogers, Tango, Matt 2011 GT, Andrew Stotts, SK Jeff. Looking forward to seeing this dumpster fire commercial Ford created. Hot Metal, Anthony Luis Tavares. Feels good not to be a peasant. Anthony Bryan, if it's not chopping like a motherfucker, it ain't worth shit. Said hello. Harley Takwache Mode, Victor Victorez, Clip Clap the Horse, Izzy R again, Monty, Jacob, a blower cualquier, Joe Piscopo, the Black GT500, Yogan Lates, Omar X, D&G Brandon, Yogan Lates, Jason, Cito, B Lightning, potential non-playable character, Jason, Large Macchiato, James Williams, SK Jeff, Chevy Lifestyle, Bring Your Wood Screws, EPA, what's up? EPA in the motherfucking house, chicken in on it, boy. Kylon, Modlist, Thunder Biscuit, Whipple, Izzy Art, and all the usual suspects here. Okay, so let's listen to this piece of shit, estúpido, dumb fucking commercial that it just makes no fucking sense in my opinion. This is Ford saying, introducing the men's only edition Ford Explorer. Wow, dumpster fire of a commercial.
For the first time ever, we've completely reimagined the automobile. Introducing the men's only Ford Explorer. With no windshield wipers, no heater, no turn signals. Wait, no rear view mirror? No GPS? Are you kidding? It's missing all the parts created by women. Wow. Whose great idea was that?
So, not only have they basically made fun of men in satire, but they've also misgendered women. That's right. Ford. What is a woman, Ford? Ford, did you just assume the gender of the people, of the humans that created the windshield washer, wiper, the rear mirror, the GPS, and the heater? Did you just yes, EPA, that's a real commercial. Did you just misgender them? Are you assuming because those humans were born with a vagina, ovaries, and tits that they are women? How dare you, Ford? I can't believe that trans activists aren't hitting up your website saying, how dare you? I can't believe you said women invented these parts. What is a woman? Interesting. How dare you? Are you sure they didn't go by they, them, he, she, binary? Now, I don't know. You assumed their gender. I am blown away by that. So that led me to the little bit of a rabbit hole situation, because I love talking shit. So we know that Ford is trying to do anything but tout the quality of their products because everyone knows it's shit. Ben Callender has an F450 that's like 30,000 miles, oil pan's leaking. Like a 2020, 2021 F450, $100,000 truck, oil pan's leaking. He said my Cummins didn't leak for a fucking 7 years. This thing leaked really. So yeah, that is a Ford commercial. Just type in Ford Men's Only Explorer and it is a commercial. So that led me to the rabbit hole and I thought to myself, okay, what did women invent? Cis women. What did women born with a vagina and ovaries invent? Well, let's get after it. Circular saw. Computer algorithm. In 1843, how the fuck did they do that exactly? Can someone tell me how exactly a woman born with a vagina, ovaries, and tits invented a computer algorithm in 1843? Dishwasher. That's interesting. They were born one, dude. They didn't invent it. They were born it. That's like me saying I invented the dick. I was born with it. Life raft. Fire escape. Medical syringe. Windshield wiper. The first Monopoly game. Oh, man. What the fuck would we do without that? Bulletproof fiber. And the word processor. Wow. So let's look up what men have invented. The wheel, the printing press, the plow, cement, the steam engine, penicillin, the light bulb, the lens, paper, vaccines, computer, telephone, internet, and World Wide Web, the automobile, the flush toilet, anesthesia, the airplane, semiconductors, the radio, genetics, steelmaking, and the telegraph. I get it, Ford. You're trying to gain favor by having a made-up holiday called Women's Day. Women's Day. Why should there be a day for just women? They're human beings. Why can't they all be celebrated? Nope. We have to go super woke and then tell everyone, if your Ford Explorer was built by only men, it would suck. Because it wouldn't have wipers, a backup camera, a heater, or GPS. Who invented Plan B? Who invented divorces? Who invented Plan B? Who invented divorces? Like, stop it. Not everything they invented was a good thing. Okay? So, this is just me potentially piling on and saying, just show, guys, when you guys think that I am piling on Ford, Ford does it to themselves. That commercial was released yesterday for Women's Day. This isn't something that I just keep looking up old shit. This is every day Ford keeps doing something dumb. So anyway, that's that. Yesterday, I released a video trying to explain in layman's terms, how torque converters work in a very general sense. And a lot of people appreciated that. I even got some super thanks, which I guess you can pay me on a video comment that has already uploaded. And they were like, man, I had no idea, or at least I have a general sense of what you're getting at. And tomorrow at 5 p.m., I already made the video. It's ready to go up. I'm making one talking about shift points. And I think that one will be a little more enlightening to the layman because a lot of people still don't understand exactly how the shift points are determined and I always reference a Gen 2 Mustang. You can cross that over on Gen 1 Mustang and Gen 3 Mustang because it's just more gears. on the Gen 3 Mustang, but everything else in terms of how it generally, and I always say generally because I can't be specific. If I'm specific, I'm giving out things that I learned on the job that in my opinion are proprietary to the job. So I give you very generic terms. And a lot of people that saw that, it probably makes sense if you have a really loose converter and the lockup clutches activate, why it feels like it's bogging in third gear part throttle, and in actuality it's just the converter coupling or locking up with the clutches to meet the lockup demand at the right OSS, right RPM, right speed, right foot position. So a lot of people had a bunch of comments about that, and I think it's going to be a good series. We can talk about shift point, we can talk about torque converter, we can talk about timing. I think timing will be a good one too, that I'm going to have to really think about how to do it, because I like doing everything in one take. I don't like editing in and out too much, because when I'm riffing, I do really well. So, at the end of the day, I think it's going to be a good whiteboard series, and I'm labeling it the whiteboard series just so that what you're going to see is me in front of a whiteboard trying to at least help you understand what I know that would be useful to you. There are a lot of things that are not useful to you. Torque tables are not useful to you, okay? Predicted throttle angle and the feed forward table is not useful to you. AFR adder for timing is not useful to you. But torque converter lockup, because that's something you feel, and shift points, because that's something you complain about a lot, I think is going to be something that will help you understand it. And the next video is going to be 14 or 15 minutes in front of a whiteboard, trying not to bore you. I zoomed in a little more so you see more of the whiteboard and less of me, because at the end of the day, that's, that is what you want to see, just the information. Someone says Cooper podcast. I haven't watched any of his other podcasts, because there's nothing that they're saying that I don't mean to sound like a know-it-all, but I'm in the industry. So if they're talking about ethanol and how the gas companies are trying to go against ethanol and how they're claiming that corn is blah, we know all about that stuff from the EPA fight. We know all about that from the EPA fight. So hopefully the layman can get up on Cooper's podcast and understand what the guy from Ignite is going through at the end of the day. But I run ethanol 1R, so sorry. Jill Biden gave the Women's Day trophy to a man, and to top it off, Jill Biden gave the Women's Day trophy to a trans woman, a man with a dick and balls, says he's pregnant, but he's just got to take a big shit, won the Women's Day trophy. Imagine being so confused as a woman that is a Democrat right now, saying, I support women's rights and trans rights, but God damn it, I don't know about this shit where men are better women than women. They're winning the trophy. They're beating you in sports because they're allowing it. And I think that's such a wonderful, wonderful thing. I think it's such a wonderful thing that women that want everyone to be inclusive, left-leaning women that want everyone to be inclusive, are getting destroyed by men in competition. And then they're almost like, should I complain about it, or should I be inclusive? Should I be a bigot, or should I actually stand up for women's rights, actual women's rights? Interesting shit. They need a backup camera because they can't park. Oh yeah, exactly. Like my Mustang had a backup camera because it's gone. I park fine. Without it, with it, it's confusing. It's like a fishbowl. The Cadillac has a backup camera. I don't even look at that motherfucker. Look at the line. Okay, I'm about a foot from the line and it's level. I don't even bother looking at the rear view camera. Rear view camera's for stupid, unless there's a kid back there. Like you look back there in case it's a fucking kid, but it also has a camera on the rear view mirror. So I'm like, all right, well, there's no kids back there, but when I'm backing into a spot, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, wild forward. I want to watch that commercial again. That commercial is so fucking retarded that I am mind blown by it. Let me see. Can I go to the, yeah. I am mind blown by this commercial. Watch it again.
For the first time ever, we've completely reimagined the automobile. Introducing the men's only Ford Explorer. With no windshield wipers, no heater, no turn signals. Wait, no rear view mirror? No GPS? Are you kidding? It's missing all the parts created by women.
It's so cringeworthy that I'm blown away that they even allowed it to be made. Like, I don't know what their marketing team is. Did you know that the S650 is basically a facelift on an S550? I can't wait till people like the aftermarket the aftermarket people that make, you know, lights and stuff. They go, this fucking thing is an S550 with a facelift and a different motor and operating system, but the body is the same. Why are you calling it the S650 when pretty much everything is interchangeable? I can guarantee the IRS is interchangeable. I can guarantee the trans is interchangeable from Gen 3 to Gen 4. I can understand motor mounts. I can guarantee that the overall chassis is the same except the facelift. And who did they have help with the design? A woman. That is a man's car. Actually was. Now it's a pussy's car. No offense. You see these guys, stance, headlight, you know, headliner, shooting star, starlight. Oh my God. So maybe Ford is on the right track. Maybe Ford is on the right track of saying, let's have a woman design it because toxic masculinity should stick to the Fox bodies. S650 is the trans S550. Exactly. The S650, one slow 5.0, you are 100% right, is the trans version of the S550. Lipstick, a wig, tuck it, and you call yourself an S650. Shut the fuck up. I'm good on Ford, dog. Me too. I hope that video is a joke by Ford. They can even sell. No. James Williams. Jesus Christ. Yes, it's a joke. It's satire. Oh my God. Are my fans that fucking stupid? Are my fans that fucking stupid? I think my fans are that fucking stupid. You thought that was a real commercial? It was a satirical commercial because, oh my God. I can't. You thought that was... Who the fuck thought that was a real commercial? The liberals are starting to say there's a climate anxiety. I'm not using the rearview mirror no more. Yeah, exactly. Hey, in protest of International Women's Day, just break that fucking rearview mirror off the bitch and go, fuck that. Take the GPS off the shit. Alex, you can't say trans. Turbiate, wasn't the 04 to 13 generations F-150 kind of similar situation? Shut up. He starts bringing in F-150 shit in here. Women's Only Explorer won't have an engine or wheels, right? A woman's only Explorer doesn't exist because the man invented the car. A women's only Explorer is a blank canvas. The man invented the wheel, the tire, the sheet metal, everything. The women's only Explorer doesn't exist. Bussy's car, Ford Fupa, one slow gets the cookie, bro. House of Lewis says women only roads with no curbs or roundabouts. Women invented the auto. Exactly. Oh my God, if I had cookies to give away, but these are local giveaways. Women invented the auto. And you hear these guys go, oh yeah, but you know, I went 390s in the 8th. Yes, and you can suck dick while you do it. Because you're everything else is free to do whatever it wants. You can jerk your boyfriend off while you're going 390s down the 8th. Good, congratulations. One of your fans. Yeah, exactly. Did women invent the software to have the car repossess itself for you and miss the payment? Alex, have you seen the Mustang shooting flames? Don't care. We are not your flans. We are your family. God damn it, Turvey. Not all that stupid. He said, hey, this isn't a real car, is it? I don't think it'll be able to be sold in the U.S. I'm like, oh, fuck. It's satire. It's sarcasm. Oh, fucking guy. No, Alex, with them saying built Ford proud, it wouldn't surprise me if it was a real ad. Sorry. No, look. I'm just sad. I'm just sad because if you look at old Ford commercials, they were cool. Old Ford commercials were cool. And it just kind of went away. The last cool Ford commercial was the GT500 Ford commercial where, you can see yourself. Actually, this is the 2020 GT500 commercial. No, the 13 to 14 GT500 commercial, Best Mustang commercial. The 10 best Mustang commercials from the 80s? Really? Oh shit, look at this. Fuck. Let's see this. Oh my God. You just saw $300,000 pass by the screen. Yes, it's in 1986. And you think you just saw $300,000 pass by the screen. Look at it. $100,000 SVO. Little LX convertible and a GT. Ooh. Yeah, bitches at the beach. What's up, man? Let's get the fucking cocaine out this bitch, cause it's the 80s. Yeah, look at that LX, bro. Oh man, look. Oh, jalapeno. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm gonna suck that guy's dick. How dare you? You're hitting on two guns at the same time. That's just a couch. That's a tambourine. Hey, can I suck your dick over there? That's a nice GT. Bro. No, now it's trans guys. Oh my god, this is gay. Let's see this.
Nimble and quick.
Yeah, look at that. What a piece of shit.
Even got a Mustang that'll make you think it's 1965.
Okay, what's
It's
this?
time.
Alright, what's this? Oh, when this thing came out, guys, it blew people's minds. The arrow nose. Bro. Steven
Mustang
fucking Spielberg
GT.
did this.
For people who want more out of life than a little peace and quiet.
Oh, for guys that were actually born, for guys that want to keep their penis. I mean, guys, the days are over. So yeah, just live it up, guys, because you're gonna see like weirder and weirder and weirder shit. The more we go, the more time progresses. You're gonna be like the commercials are gonna be so fucking cringeworthy that you're gonna beg for the days of those old Mustang commercials. The Mustang commercial, I want to find it. Commercial. Where it was an S197, and the last car was a GT500. 14 new Mustang. Yes, this one. When the 14 Mustang was introduced and they had the Boss 302. I literally got goosebumps when I saw that part because the car looked so fucking good. Yeah, I was like, I want that shit. And you know what, motherfuckers? I have one in my garage. Fuck you. So, yeah, man, Ford, good job. I just want to really congratulate their absolute free fall into fucking Bolivian. Core memory unlocked. All I can think of is my dad's 86 when I was a kid. Yeah, I'm young. Sacabo, Johnny, Knight Rider ripoff. Damn, makes me want to buy a Fox body. I remember this. The 07 GT500 commercial was the Autobahn was good. Ford definitely gone downhill. Yeah, and these emojis absolutely show the true feeling of the, and I want to say the real Mustang enthusiast, not the fucking homo that goes to the car show and puts the same color snake as his Shelby on the fucking blower. That guy's a homo. I'm saying the guys that just want to buy it, race it, go to meets with their friends, do some mods to it, tune it, the enthusiast, the performance enthusiast. Those guys are crying right now because they're like, I don't know what happened to my favorite car company that brought me the Mustang. Now they're making me hate it based on their politics. And that's exactly what happened with me. The moment I saw their politics, the moment I saw them talking all this nonsense, I said, why in the hell am I supporting a company that says I'm wrong? Ford is basically saying, your views are wrong. We don't care what you think. Your views are wrong. And if you think anything differently than what we think you should think, then our product is not for you. Okay, so you've pushed me away. You've pushed I'm not going to say I'm a very important mouthpiece, but I'm one of the more known and influential Ford guys out there. And if I'm saying no thank you, new Ford, don't you think certain guys that follow my show are going to go, maybe I understand where he's coming from. Maybe I get what he's doing. I understand that he doesn't want to be affiliated with a company that has weird politics all over their vehicles. And that's all I did. I just got rid of it because the culture and the politics around that company got to go. S197 commercial was good too. Hey Alex, late to the show. How's the family? Family's good. GT500 was last. Cool. Ford. I like that red. It's okay. I'm here. Relax. Looking at 2020 GT. What's the fully loaded one? No idea. Ask Ford. If that commercial were released today, the pink would have been a joke. The commercial is what made me want to have the GT500 as my dream car. Yep. Me too. I wanted an 11 of 12 GT500, but this was a 14 commercial, and I was like, I can't afford a 14. Oh, but there's one in the garage. Those Mustang commercials were better than the 80s Camaro commercials. I'm almost embarrassed to have 4 Fords. Imagine buying the Dark Horse, then Ford identifies the Mustang as a trans horse. I don't know what happened to the whole car scene. It makes me shake my damn head. We look right now, even guys in their 20s, second shift racing, he's like 27, 20. How old are you, Garrett? You're probably 27, 28. Don't you feel like an old man right now? Don't all of us feel like old men in our 20s and 30s? Boomers. Someone can call us a boomer and we'd go, I take that as a compliment. Because you're like Clint Eastwood in what is it called? What's the name of that fucking movie? Gran Torino, where he just hates everything about the new generation. And I'm like, I get it. I absolutely get it. So I just left it. That's all. No big deal. I stopped having brand loyalty a long time ago. I love American performance cars of all kinds. Exactly. And look, I'm happy that I have one of the better Ford performance vehicles ever made. The last stick shift, the last stick shift factory option 600 horsepower car made, period. Not Roush, not Celine, not an aftermarket specialty company. I'm saying Ford, not Shelby, because this thing was built at Ford. The last stick shift 600 horsepower, anything offered by Ford. And it's going to go back to stick. You guys saw that I bought a T56. I'm going to get a spec clutch. I talked to Keith Ray today, and he is still waiting on word on the pistons, which, it's been a month. Actually, 2 months. So 6 weeks became 8 weeks. So we'll see if we get any headway on that. I love that movie. The commercial with the GT500 in Germany and the Autobahn was also great. At 44, says one slow 5.0. I feel old as hell and can't deal with these generations coming up. Me neither. The guys that say that they're blessed and rich as fuck, but they're in an EcoBoost with Starlight headliner, I am mind blown by that. You ever go on Instagram and some guy's like, I'm rich as fuck, boy. I got money, boy. And whatever the fuck song bullshit. And they are literally installing themselves Starlight headliner on an EcoBoost. I go, no, that you should be playing the song that you're broke, boy, like super fucking broke. You ain't got no money. I was 16 at the time and now I'm 25 with a black on black GT500. Good for you. 27 here and I hate everything now, says Tuesday Coyote. Some kid in a 2-valve gave me the peace sign with the dumbest face yesterday as I passed yesterday. I was so cringed I considered trading in my car. I will not say hi to you just because you have a Mustang. If we're at a light and we're going to go like this, if you think you're going to go like Jeep homos go or motorcycle homos go, no, fuck you. I'm looking right through you and I'm driving. Don't wave at me. Don't say hi to me. I don't care that you have a Mustang. I don't care. I don't want to know you because you have a Mustang. You're probably fucking weird because you have a Mustang. Fuck out of here. I would hate for Ford to fail, but I agree with you, says Just Your Average Security. Let's talk about the baseball classics. Don't care. Alex, best car movie you've seen? The Wraith. Are you kidding me? The Wraith. The Wraith is the best car movie that ever came out, period, okay? Charlie Sheen gets killed by a gang of drag racers where they bully you to drag race. And they have like blower Firebirds and Camaros and weird shit. And they bully you to race. And then they take your fucking car. So Charlie Sheen was killed by one of these guys. And he comes back as a car. He comes back as a Dodge Daytona. Some piece of junk. But, they made it look really cool. And at the time, revolutionary. Like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? And people thought it was a real car, meaning the engine was real and stuff. But then he basically ended up racing every single person that was involved in killing him. And he'd go so far ahead of them, turn around and smash right into them and kill them. He killed them all. It was cool. Cool movie. I'm broke NNA. Did you get a bunch of people thinking the lockup was a tune issue? Ignacio Ramirez, since the beginning of time, every single time someone installs a torque converter, they go, the car is bogging, fix it in the tune. And I go, I'm looking at the data log. I see no bog. Well, I feel it. Do you know what a torque converter does? Yeah. What does it do? It makes you go quicker. Oh, so you don't know. You don't know. What is the function of a torque converter, an aftermarket torque converter? It's just you have a higher stall speed. That's it. Once you get rolling, everything else is bullshit. Once you're able to bring it up over 2,000 RPMs and launch at 31, 32, 3,300 RPMs and have a slightly looser converter up until you lock the converter up, it's going to perform probably similar after lockup than a stock converter. So when you're driving and cruising and it's stalling at a higher speed and the lockup clutch activates, it's a more severe drop because the stall speed is higher. Twisted Metal is trash. I have two Dodges. I have two Dodges and two GMs. Only reason I haven't gotten a Ford is the culture that comes with it. You know what? I 100% agree with you. The culture that comes along with Ford. And look, I was around when S197s were huge and they were gapping. Okay, when S197 started coming out and you had the 2.3 Whipple kit, the 2.9 Whipple kit rear feed, then Roush TVSs, then VMP, then twin turbos, and that was a racing revolution. Then Gen 2 came out and everything we learned from Gen 1 was carried over to Gen 2 and people were into racing. Then Gen 3 came out. Those guys bought new stuff and they made them quicker. Then those cars became used cars. And the younger generation bought the Gen 2 because it was IRS. It was a good looking car that they can mod in terms of aesthetics. And Honda guys bought it because it's basically two of their engines bolted together, two of their engines welded together. A Honda guy would look at a GT and go, fuck, that's a 30, that's a 16 valve, four valve per cylinder engine. That's my Honda. That's my VTEC Honda. So basically two of them put together. Fuck yeah. And then they did the gay shit with it. But the S197 was always a race-oriented vehicle. So people generally didn't fuck with it like they did the Gen 2, Gen 3. And I was around when the culture was the whole thing about cars crashing into people, Mustangs crashing into people, crowd control, crashing, burnouts, crashing, cars and coffee crashes. Went through all that. Then the gayness started. Like the super duper weird gayness started. And I started making fun of it during the Plasti Dip culture, during the louver culture, the bagged culture, all that stuff. I started making fun of it because I'm like, this is the dumbest shit ever. And the culture got worse and worse and worse. And I thought to myself, you know what? Let me just get out of this. I'll support it tune-wise. But if all I'm doing is making fun of these cars, but I have one, I'm a hypocrite. I want nothing to do with it. Well, this is dangerous to own the Hellcat. Exactly. You guys saw those guys? Did you guys see those guys in at a Dodge dealership steal a whole bunch of Hellcats? Like they stole a bunch of them. And I'm trying to look for the story because someone sent it to me. Some guys, Pookie and everyone else went up to the hood, or not to the hood, to the dealership and just straight ripped off a couple of Hellcats. Let me see if I can find the problem. Oh, so many people messaged me. Here we go. Is there sound? There's no sound? No. Oh, there is sound. Let me go to the post. I can't go to the post. This motherfucker sent me the fucking thing. Ugh, God, I hate that. Here we go. So Pookie and the guys went in there. And they went into the dealership and turned on the cars. How did y'all get the keys? Bro, they just drove out the... Oh, look, he's slipping. Okay. Dude, they went to the dealership. Pookie... Wait, whoa. I mean, come on. Where are you? Come on. I mean, they just stole the shit. So that means they found the key. That's an inside job. That's an inside job if I ever saw one. Because how the hell do you know where the keys are at? How do you know where anything is at? Matt, 2011 GT dropping $50. Jesus, this guy's like the biggest supporter I have, I think. It used to be, what's his name? Kyle? And then he went off. And then Matt has been super consistent. If you don't understand how torque converter works and responds, you've never had to actually work in a mechanical tuning and think building power is all about electronics. Never been a wrencher. All you have to do is Google how a torque converter works. And there's a very nice video showing a nice illustration as to how it works. And this is 4 minutes and 20 seconds, and you
The
just
torque
go there
converter is
and
often seen as the most complicated part in vehicles of today.
There's your
It is,
lockup clutch,
however,
there's
a
your
very
stator,
important
there's your
component of automatic transmissions.
impeller.
By the rotation of the
Guys,
impacted
just,
over the
it's right here.
let others
And
at an
some
angle
of them
of
have a lockup clutch. There's your lockup clutch. Okay?
in general, torque with the turbine to the stator. The stator's curved blades turn the fluid flow at an angle of almost 90 degrees.
Stator.
The result is a multiplication
Anyway,
in torque
if you don't
because the fluid
understand this
flows
video,
back more
then
slowly.
you probably shouldn't even want to understand cars. And look, that's okay. You don't have to understand it. What I'm saying is most guys that are fast don't know shit. Most guys that are fast don't even know how a torque converter works. They just pay a shop to build their car, and they bump in, they let go of the button, and if anything goes wrong, they call the shop. That's it. And that's I want to say more than half of guys that build quote unquote fast cars. Some of the fastest cars on the planet are owned by people that don't know shit. They just know how to bump in and release a button, and they stunt and they go, my car's badass. But then if you ask them, hey, index the cams differently, they're like, what? Yeah, take the trans out and change the stator, put a diode in it, put a billet, put a one way in it, a ratcheting one way. What? Change a converter in it. I'll just send it to the shop to do that. Most guys that have fast cars don't know shit how to wrench on cars. My 11 Mustang is actually my favorite car to drive, and I have a Challenger SRT. Dealerships keep keys and bags on the windshield when they're there for service. I'm a young guy, and I'm glad I found this channel, says Joseph Victorez. Thankfully, I've never gotten influenced by the whole light bright roof shebang. He even said shebang, so he must have a dad in the house. Top off the Escalade with 93. Paid for play fast. Turvey, I thought Stang Mode was your hero. I'm not a fan of his cars. Okay, did Turvey say something really stupid? I want nothing to do with Stang Mode. Why not? I mean, doesn't he give you so much information? Fluid dynamics transferring power. And that's the thing, Second Shift Racing. When you figure out that the power being transferred to the rear wheels is mostly being that's being achieved mostly by fluid going out, in, through, and then center, and then, oh my God, if you actually understand fluid dynamics and pump and dump valves and how that works with launching and spool up, it would actually blow your mind. And it's actually very intricate. That's why like super smart people really know their stuff about converters. Anyone that knows and deals like Neil Chan's, Cone, Circle D, PTC, all those guys really know their shit about converters or they know shit, period, because they have to build a converter for a precise application. And the stator, the vanes, all that stuff has to, do with it. The angle, the whole nine. Turvey's retarded, but not liking Stang Mode is retarded. Turvey is retarded, but not liking Stang Mode retarded. Understood. All YouTubers nowadays, right? Yeah. You ask people to wrench on their own cars, and they'll have a lot of trouble and then the theory and application. Like I have to put the pedals back in the GT500. I have to put the trans back in, clutch back in, motor back in. Headers. I have to do all that by myself. Got to size up the drive shaft, get PTC to make me a custom drive shaft for it. And then I have to make sure everything works properly. That's going to be 100% me. No way your average YouTuber can do that. Maybe his techs can do that. But your average YouTuber that's in front of the camera, there's no way he can do that because he has no mechanical aptitude. Their talent comes in entertaining and saying things, or pretty faces. Like there's certain YouTubers that are super pretty. And I'm like, I get it. I'd fuck them. But I wouldn't let him change my oil. Oh, yeah. Yep, as a hydraulic mechanic, it makes sense to me. 3 years for a wing and a cage and a parachute on a Black Mamba and no motor. Great job, Stang Mode. See, you follow him that closely. I don't even know what the fuck you just said. Ed Diaz, I don't even know what the fuck you just said. How do you know it took 3 years for a wing and a cage and no more? Like, I don't follow him that much, bro. Stang Mode on permanent disability or something. I don't know. Yeah, I want to know what he does for a living. Because it seems I don't have that much free time to make videos. I do the live stream because it's an hour or an hour and a half. And then I work. And then when I have a chance, I make a video and just sprinkle it in there. I can't be a full-time YouTuber. Doing a manual and auto swap in the vet right now, it blows. Stang Mode has never rents on his cars in his videos. Have you ever seen his hands dirty? No, but I've seen his hair dirty. It looks like it smells. Like he looks like he smells. TX2K is full of people who have never touched a wrench. What's the stock stall speed in a 10 or 80? 2200? Yep, right around there. But Coyote Austin, if you're launching in second gear, you can stall it higher because of the gear ratio. Stang Mode was invented by a woman, not raised. Oh, stop it. Stang Mode looks like he doesn't wear deodorant. Stop. I don't want it to become the roast Stang Mode channel. He doesn't deserve this. The TT Lambos, our owners, are the most clueless. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I don't hate them because they're able to afford a $500,000 car that can potentially smash the wall. So I don't hate them. I just go, they're probably not good at car stuff, but they're probably good at finance. They're probably good at running a business. Maybe one owns a jewelry store, a jewelry business, not a store, a business. Other guy's in finance. Another guy is maybe he owns a big, massive landscaping company. I don't know. I don't hate on those guys. They're super successful. Good for them. Come to think of it, autos have more clutches than the stick shift. Exactly. Stang Mode doesn't even know when he's doesn't even be knowing when he has on his cars. When I figured that out, I stopped following. Kool-Aid or Hawaiian Punch. Aren't they all both fucking red dust? Sugar dust? I don't know. He makes a crap load of merch sales. I wouldn't know. I don't watch his shit, dude. I'm just not that guy. Sadly, he's passed away. Don't take his the wrong way, but you give good advice. Sadly, he's passed away. Don't take this the wrong way, but you give good advice that reminds me of him often. You guys were cut from the same cloth. Who's he talking about? Who's Joseph Victoria's talking about? His dad? Yeah, my dad passed away too. That sucked. Sucked. Like, all of a sudden, the guy that you looked up to that built you the way you are now, he's gone. So you're like, fuck. But, depends on how much he was in your life, whether it affects you or not. For me, I want to say lucky that he wasn't super in my life because I think it would have hurt a lot more if I was super close with the dude. He is a dot, not a feather. I know for a fact that, oh my God, stop it, Crust Roch. My shop was going to charge me $1,000 to install my headers. I ended up doing it myself. Wasn't easy, but I learned a lot. Exactly, leave Stang Mode alone. The feeling of driving your car after building the motor, 100%. Stang Mode's farts smell like 85. Look, when I put the headers on the Corvette and I drive it, I'm super proud. Because I was like, I've never done that. I've never done headers on a Corvette. When I took the BL Fab kit out of the Mustang, was able to put in an ESS kit, was NA for a while, all that shit. It went through a transformation. It almost got his dick cut off and then went backwards. And then now I went forward and put a blower back in it. I was able to drive it and run a real good 60 to 130 for the mods were. I was ecstatic. I love that car. So selling it was a little sadder because I did all the work on that car. What's everyone's opinion on the new Snow Performance fuel systems? Who cares? I don't hate them either, but I have zero knowledge. They have zero knowledge of cars, and yeah, definitely they make big money. Gen Z can't even use the search button. Just ask what's the setup. Any interesting? Never tried second gear launch. Wait, but the car's got to be blown. The car has to be supercharged. You understand? If you're gonna be leaving second gear on a 10 or 80 car, it has to be supercharged. Or nitrous. My dad is more like my friend versus my dad, but he's still my dog. People who race Lamborghinis can make money with their time working on cars. Exactly. So look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and I've told you this before. I don't want to work on my cars. I think it's really stupid to take what I am good at, which is video and explaining stuff, and take the time away from that and work on cars. Because do you think I want to make a video after I work on a car? I'd rather somebody that I trust work on the cars and I bring you content based on the car that is done. I'd much rather do that. So I envy Lambo owners that have twin turbo kits and can show up at the track, run sevens or 210 miles an hour on the roll race event and put it back on the trailer, not blowed up. I envy them because they can actually talk and enjoy their vehicles. I do not enjoy my vehicles. I'm going to be probably working on the GT500 for weeks because I'm not going to do that all in a week. That takes too long, and I'm working, videoing, and then whatever time I got left, I got to put an engine together. Shit, I'd rather someone else do that shit. And no, don't hit me up that you're a tech somewhere in fucking Miami that you want to do it for me. No, I don't trust you. I don't know you. Leave me alone. I get so many of those emails after I make a comment like that. I want to install electric TVS bypass controller. Ooh, don't. The bypass opens via TPS signal. Will untune this setup? No. Think about it this way. Air that goes through the MAF, has to go through the engine. Again, the MAF pounds a minute measured by the MAF has to go through the blower. If you where are you going to recycle or dump off the air to keep the bypass open and then shut when you want it on a button or something like that? The best way to do stuff is do not get too fancy with the bypass stuff. If you want a open and close control without relieving the air from the rotors, you're going to smoke the rotors. Trust me, you're going to smoke the rotors. The best thing to do is have a nitrous pill in the line to slow the activation of the bypass. Having it on an on-off switch, please don't do that on a PD blower. Can anything in the tune cause low oil pressure light to come on? Yes. If someone's... Okay, so usually the biggest culprit of that is the customer doesn't know if his car is performance package or not. Or he says it's performance package and it's not. 15 to 17 Mustangs. Actually, let's go all the way. 15 to 2020 Mustangs. If you tell us it's a performance package and it's not, you might get oil pressure light, but that's mostly prevalent on Gen 2. Gen 3, I think it's all kind of like in there. But on Gen 2 specifically, if you say performance package and it's not, and we make it a performance package oil pressure configuration, it'll throw a oil pressure light for sure. Send your car to AED. Get the fuck out of here. Some guys that make good money are too busy with their day jobs to be able to work on their car, so they just let someone else do the work. But some car guys still hate on them for not doing work. I don't get that. How can you hate on a guy for not doing the work if he's making... If I never have to wrench on a car again and fully trust the person working on my car, I would rather pay them than me do it. You don't think I would rather take my GT500, engine, trans, clutch, pedals, drop it off somewhere and say, make it run? And if he charges me $3,000 or $4,000 to put all that together, which is a 40-hour work week probably, I'd gladly pay it. But I don't trust anybody here. Yeah, Matt, we've had a couple of people that have done that, and they wastegate it to atmosphere, and then the car runs super fat. So we're like, this will not work. It only works pre-MAF. And the problem is you can't really do that on a PD blower, where on a Vortex supercharger, you can absolutely do that pre-MAF. Meaning... I'll show you an ESS intercooler. Okay. So, this is the intercooler for an ESS supercharger. Okay. And where's the blow-off valve? Right here. Right here is the blow-off valve. So the blow-off valve is here, so it relieves any pressure in the intercooler when the throttle body is shut. Choo, comes out here. But the MAF is really close to the throttle body. So it doesn't matter what happens here as long as it's before the MAF. If it's before the MAF, you're good. If it's after the MAF already measured the air, measured the density, measured the weight, and if you wastegate it after it's measured, it's going to wig out fueling big time. So don't do that. Sell me the N-gauge, Alex. I don't know, bro. Wait, how many? Wait. Hold on. Okay, hold on, guys. You want me to sell you an N-gauge? Which one? You want this one? You want this one? You want this one? Like, instead of flashing money, I would just flash engages to motherfuckers and be like, bro, play rap music. Be like,
Hellcats and track hoes. They got Timmy on the turn up in the blast off.
Yep.
He with it,
Yeah, I got
got for
some.
that
I
body,
got some
took his
engages.
mask off.
yeah, this was a brand new, never tuned N-Gage right here. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, wow, that's like a Euler's disc. That thing did like a Euler's disc. Wow, have you ever seen that? That's how new this bitch is. It's like a Euler's disc. Check it out. Damn, bitch is flat. I love that shit. Douche did it says some of the Engage Alex. Those car guys says I have a Gen 2 and you're my tuner. I messed that up. Thank you so much. I uploaded the base file and been chasing it. You got it, brother. Reply to the ticket. I'll send you a different oil pressure configuration and it should be good to go. No problem. Do you only trust OEM parts when it comes to an O2 sensor or master? Yes. O2s, I go to Ford. I don't go to Bosch. I don't go to VatoZone. I don't go to any of those shit. I go to Ford for my O2 sensors. Dude, did it. Send me one and I'll keep sending money. No. These bitches are staying with me forever. I am never going to get... I was supposed to get the one from the white car back. I don't think I'm going to get it back. Alex, don't flash those like that. The ops may be watching. You might get ran up on, Alex, with those engages. Like Michael Jordan's championship rings. Right. Do you only trust... Oh, yeah, we get there. I upped my idle by 75 RPMs in neutral and drive to combat possible low pressure. B. Turuviati Racing says, 5th is OD. Would like to have the transmission built before I beat the... Turuviati... let me just shut up. Because he's never going to get his car going. Like Turuviati's car is never going to drive. Like, ever. And if it does, he'll die in it. Like, the welds will break and he'll stab him through his number 2. Brady flashes Super Bowl rings. Bitch of flashes engages. Put some respect on that name. I may have one engage and Alex has 3+ engages while you have one. I may have one engage and Alex has 3+ engages while you have none. Send me one and I won't ask you to tune my car. You don't need oil pump gears. What's happening here? You don't go to O'Reilly's either. Don't go O'Reilly's, AutoZone, Oregon, VatoZone. You go to Ford. You say, Ford, I would like to order 2 new O2 sensors for my 15 to 17 or whatever year car you got. And they go, we don't have any in stock. Then you order them and you wait 3 days or whatever hell it is. That's what you do. Skid my paid, Alex. Here we go with the bullshit. Douche did it. Those car guys. Matt 2011 GT. Those car guys. We got those car guys again. Douche did it. And we got Douche did it again. And nope, I did not miss your pay. Sorry. I built transmission for a V6. Damn, homie took your N-Gage, but sent you a plate. If I install a circle deconverter, what's the necessary components to go along with the side to utilize it to its full potential? Nothing. Like, why are you buying a converter in the first place? You have to ask yourself that. Why are you buying a converter in the first place? What is the reason you're buying a torque converter? Because you want the stall speed to be a little higher so the car could launch better. So I hope you already have drag radials. I hope you already have a drive shaft. I hope you already have control arms. I hope you already have stiff bushings. I hope you already eliminated your front sway bar. Because why would you want a aftermarket torque converter that has a higher stall speed and you have the front sway bar still in the car? Like, I'm blown away by that shit. I'm blown away by guys that put a torque converter in the car and they go, oh, the 60-foot didn't really help all that much. I'm like, did you optimize the suspension? And like, the what? Like, do you have adjustable shocks? No. How much power do you make? 800. I'm like, oh my God, get out of my face. Oh, you don't have boost? Oh my Lord. Look, you're going to have to launch as high as you can. So I don't think you need supporting mods. It's just going to help the 60-foot based on the higher stall speed. That's it. Paid at the beginning of the show. Oh, great. Awesome. Let me just go all the way back to the beginning of the show. You know what? Because, okay, let's see. Ben Harris. Nope. Coca-Cola. Matt 2011 gave me $50. And that's it. You're nowhere there, Ben Harris. You're nowhere there. Nope. Why don't you just ask the question again, dude? Just ask the question again instead of complaining that I didn't get to it. The N in N-Gage stands for, Douche did it again. Like, just like motocross oil for me. Right. A lot of people get into the weeds. Like, do you know that there are blower guys that still put 520 they put 520 in their car? There are still guys out there in Mustang land that go get 520. They have 520 in the car because that's what the cap says. Great, great, awesome, awesome. NA, great, right? And then they put a blower in the car and they keep using 520. Never mind that everything now is being stressed to death. Never mind that you now are making way more heat. Never mind that you are now asking the crank to pull on a supercharger that is probably drawing oil from your system. They still use 520. I can't help you if you think you can use 520 in a supercharged Coyote application. What's the oil in a GT500? 550. Why do you think that is? 26 or 28 tall, front skinny, 6R80, 350 gears, twin turbo. What's the rear tire? What's the rear tire? Match the rear tire. Match the rear tire. What does it matter if it's 26 or 28 for rollout purposes? Is it a Phoenix bias ply or is it a drag radial? Like, dude, to me, I would put a 28 personally. I would never put a 26 on any vehicle. It just looks fucking like a bicycle tire up there. Alex should wear an N gauge as a necklace while carrying his pull-out radio. Skip this page, says Roman Tijerina. Look at that. He even paid me and said, skip this paid. I love that shit. Who doesn't have boost in 2023? I got 2 power outers. Y'all can't get one. Well, mileage go down with 550 though. I'm blown away by the questions that people get. And these guys have 1,000 horsepower Mustangs. Just because you guys see a guy at a meet with a 1,000 horsepower Mustang and does not mean he knows what the fuck he's talking about. If anything, the opposite is true. If a shop built the firm and he puts the shop name on the car, if he has the shop name on the car, I'm like, all right, I know you don't know shit. Fuck out of here. Wayno says, I'm waiting for my new to me 2011 to be delivered. It's an Illuminator 2.9 Whipple Cooks LT triple hat 3485s. Damn. Thousands and E85 tune, but I'm looking forward to getting a Lund tune. I literally had a customer. Douche did it, says skip this one too. He must have gotten paid. Shit. Just make you have 10-inch wide fronts for those rears, right? Did you have any luck with boost stain? I did. Boost stain was good. It just kills your plugs. I don't want to say kills your plugs. I want to say it just makes them brown. And it just doesn't give me all that warm and fuzzy feeling when I'm used to super clean spark plugs from E85. I bought 530 Ford cap for mine from the dealership. I'd like to try out of the hole easier. But yeah, I agree. I'm still working on suspension, then boost, and wanted to get an idea for all that is in the future. Alex, my boosted 50 Mustang, what oil should I be using? Do I need 550 oil cap for boost? They stole the 1,000 horsepower recipe. I run 7590 gear oil and my phasers are quiet. Do not acknowledge this paid. Sir. Alex, Ben Harris only has bigs, no littles. Wait a minute. Whoa. Wait, stop. Wait, whoa. I might have to delay the dating channel to find this. Where did he say that he has bigs, no littles? Ben Harris, 2628. So Ben Harris, I hope he didn't say that. Second shift, Nat Jew, Martin. Okay. Just making sure that Ben Harris didn't actually say that. Because if he did, I'd be like, bro, stop it. I don't give money because I have your VIP level membership. Thank you, Douche. Did appreciate that. Which is worse, any guys using 530 or boosted guys using 520? I'm okay with 530 if you're revving to 8,000 RPMs. If you're using NA 530, I'm okay with that if it's synthetic. Skip these nuts, says Black GT500, and Bryson Witt says, ignore me. That's what you get, Ben Harris, for complaining about me not getting to your question. People pay me to ignore them, and oh my God, Matt 2011 says, you didn't miss this paid. Could you imagine? A guy complains about his paid that gets ignored, and then I get paid to ignore it. Unbelievable. Just look at the profile pic, Alex. 325s in the front, max horsepower on pump gas with boosting in one on ProCharger P1X. Oh, so I don't know boost. I don't know anything. So you can make 750 or so horsepower. I don't want to say safely. I'd rather use race gas when you're reaching 800. So you can make 750 horsepower, let's say 12, 13 PSI, boosting, 19 degrees of timing, and the motor and the crank stays on the ProCharger. I think you can make 750 or so, but I wouldn't trust butane long term. I would rather use race gas, in my opinion. Hat Bolted On says, ignore me like my dad. Eli Gonzalez says, carry on. Carlos LTX says, if you're reading this, you already fucked up. Potential non-playable character says, no reply, thanks, and end the stream before reading this. Bolted. All right, guys, I'm out of here before you guys keep paying me to ignore shit. I'm going to be on the dating channel in about 10 minutes. I'll get switched over, change my shirt so I look like somewhat professional, and then we'll get after it and talk some stuff on the dating channel. All right, guys, thanks for listening. We talked about Women's Day and Ford being sarcastic and satirical about Women's Day, and then we basically named off everything that men invented. I'm out of here. See you guys on the dating channel in a couple of minutes, or we'll see you Sunday. But tomorrow, 5 p.m., I'm dropping the video for the shift points, commanded shift points, what they look like, why are they blowing past the shifts. I think you guys will love it. I got 5 on it, says Harley, and keep sending him money. I'm out of here.